Hey everybody, welcome back to The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. I'm Silver Orpheus. Last time, we made our way into the Water Temple, and came across Princess Ruto of the Zoras, who is the last remaining Zora left, aside from King Zora himself. Anyway, this time around, we are actually recording this in post, once again, because like the last episode, this one was recorded with really choppy audio. This one is a little different for me, because this is actually the first episode where I'm actually properly using the mic stand now, yeah. I made a comment yesterday, in yesterday's video, that the microphone holder actually came in during that exact moment where I was like, ooh, that's an Amazon guy coming over here. That's probably going to be my holder. Turns out it actually was, and by the way, if you are ever coming back through this direction, watch out for the like. In addition, I'm actually kind of doing things the wrong way here, because, well, last time you might have saw that there was a block there that had the time symbol on it, meaning we had to use the Song of Time. I completely forgot all about this when actually coming back to record this episode. So yeah, we'll be going back to that later on. I do suggest going through that path first, above all others, but you don't have to go through this crap again. So yeah, there's that. Do be careful when if you do decide you're gonna come back through this path, which I don't support, which I don't really want you to do. Then just make sure that just go the other way. I'm not gonna bother saying anything else. Just go the other way. I probably just saved your sanity. But this is the second half of the water temple we are going through, and this is, oh boy. You thought last time was long. This is that was only the first half. And while this half right here is shorter by like I don't know, 15 minutes, it's still immensely long. But anyway, right there we just ended up getting our first gold skulltula of this temple, which there are 4 gold skulltulas in this temple. I ended up getting 3 of them, so we are gonna have to revisit this place for the skulltulas. Luckily, at this point, though, the reward for getting all 100 gold skulltulas is not that spectacular, and I already have the reward for getting 50 of them. You don't get another reward until you actually complete all 100 of them. So basically, I have everything I wanted to from the gold skulltulas. So at this point in time, unless you're really wanting to go after them like I am, don't even bother going for them. Don't stop going after the gold skulltulas if you don't want to, and if you already have 50 of them, because the big reason why you would want to go after the gold skulltulas is for more money and a heart piece. That's pretty much it. Also, I'm pretty sure the agony stone is pretty useful as well if you're more of a fan of that kind of thing. If you want to discover secrets easier and such. But this right here is where I'm most likely going. No, we already took care of that wall over there. So I'm pretty much looking for the next path right now. And not doing it. Actually, okay, I remember what I'm doing now. What I'm doing is that I'm finding the pathway. Is it? Okay, no. I'm going to drain the water level, because I'm trying to find areas where I have to go. And finding that can be a little bit tedious. But overall, everything is going nicely, I guess, aside from the fact that I just hit my head on that ceiling for like the second time, probably. Yep, there's the wall that we already destroyed. If you're just now tuning in for the water temple, you don't want to forget that wall. It is one of the worst things that you can possibly do. But anyway, yep, it seems I was correct. I was coming in here to drain the water. And unfortunately, you're not going to see it because I ended up cutting it out, because I ended up doing this on my way back somewhere. But last time I brought up the fact that there was an area where I got confused on Zelda's Lullaby. That has been cut out of here, so we're not going to be seeing that. And also, that's me running around like a goddamn idiot. So, nothing much there. We're just going to come on back through in here. Coming on through this sand here. just draining the water. I think I did have to go down there. I don't exactly remember. You see, that's the issue with the water temple. You can never remember this place's layout. Because either A, you have to change the water level so many times, or B, it's just absolute, like, yeah, it's mostly that. It's either you changing out the iron boots, or you have to, or you just simply forget this place's layout, because it's so complex. But anyway, this area here actually has a gold skulltula in it. And I think I alluded to this earlier, last time. But you can't get that skulltula until you have the long shot. So, get the long shot. Which you do have to get if you want to complete this place. See, like, there it is up there. And, nice. And then we're going to take the long shot and fire. And miss horribly. The long shot is required to complete the water temple, so don't think that you can just not come back here and get it, because long shot is required. That skulltula is easily found in the central tower. You can just go in there and get it. Probably one of the easier gold skulltulas in the game. Unfortunately, you have to go through all the hell of this place in its first half in order to even get the long shot. So, I'm not sure if you probably want it or not. I'd probably go for it anyway. What am I talking about? The long shot's required. What, like, the hell? Anyway, here's a new gimmick that I didn't show off last time. But if you shoot the fire through a flame and hit a torch with it, you'll light it on fire. The forest temple had a puzzle in which you had to melt a thing of ice in order to hit an eye. I ended up using Din's fire on that eye, which counted as a hit on the eye, which opened up the pathway for us. You could also use you could also just use the arrow, the bow, and then just shoot through the fire and then melt the ice that way. In fact, that was what I was trying to do, but I ended up missing, and I was like closer to the eye anyway. And Din's fire is really easy to connect something with, so I'm just like, yeah, you know what? I'll just waste the magic. Actually. Okay, no. I'm jumping the gun a bit there, so. Here, I think I am pondering on whether or not where I'm supposed to go, and then I get jumped by a blue Tektite. That is absolutely ridiculous. But anyway. Here, we now have this. Oh, it's this part. You want to be very quick here. But I also show off a glitch with this. Once I end up dealing with a Tektite, I'm going to end up taking the bow, shooting that eye down there. And then you can see that little hook shot grapple over there. You can't get that with the regular hook shot. You need the long shot in order to get that. But anyway, this is where playing with a stick rears its ugly head. Because I tried to... Yeah. I tried to, use the long shot and actually connect with the grapple, but I ended up, using the bow instead, which caused me to waste a ton of time. Luckily, if the hook goes through a door like that, you yourself will go through the door as well. So I ended up accidentally triggering a glitch. But anyway, this wall right here, you can go ahead and push, which then takes you to a small key. And I'm not sure if it's right here or not that I cut. No, it's the other area that I'm thinking of. But there's an area. Oh, I know where we're going now. I know where we're going. It would probably be best if I went after the other small... There are two small keys left, and we already got one of them. So it would probably be better if I'd probably be better off if I went and got the other small key before going to where I think I'm going to be going next, because that actually leads to the boss key. And so I probably should have just went and got the other key, and then just used both of them on the door that we are going to now, because there's another door blocking the pathway. And once I figure out how to use, and once I actually get the long shot going, we can finally go places. And yeah, nothing better to do but to use the long shot, use the grapple there. There we go. I forget which floor we gotta go to? It's definitely not the third floor I'm thinking of. I think it's the second. No, it's not even the second, because the second floor on the left... No. Okay. It's second floor upside that I'm thinking. That we gotta go to. But here I am trying to worthlessly shoot a Tektite, and it's not working out too well. But we got our magic back. That's enough for 2 things that didn't fire, I think. With double magic, it's kind of interesting of like how much magic that you can use with the double magic upgrade compared to, well, the original. Because with the original we had like, that'd probably be like half our magic meter, so that's probably about 1/4 of this one. So 4 magic potions to get back to literally where we were before. That's kind of interesting. Anyway, here I am being an idiot and using the bow. Actually, that's not me being an idiot like last time. And that's just the C stick not responding properly. But anyway, we're gonna make it over in this side. I can get some hearts back, bringing me up to 12. And coming down through this corridor, yep, we are back to here. I think this is the... I'm not sure if this is a dead end. Yeah, this is a dead end. I remember this place now. It's the area with that one chest, so... But what I can do coming over here is I can actually get the remainder of my hearts back. So, yeah. If you're... That's kind of like Zelda 101. If you are hurt, go find some nearby pots and then smash them. They'll probably reward you big time. However, don't think you can go over smashing the same ones over and over again and expect to get the same results, because tough luck, you're not getting anything. And I already lost a whole heart to getting hit by a Tektite twice. Only to end up getting that heart back. However, we're going to a new area now. That's definitely not it. I think it's... Yeah, I think it's that area down there. Actually, no. Okay, it's the top path that we gotta go down. That's gonna take us where the small key is. Or rather, where the door is. Yeah, here we go. And then I make a cut here. And then, yeah. Because what I was going to do during live commentary is that I discovered this area. And then I was going to go back. And then start the recording back over again. So that I can actually, well, show you guys exactly how to find this area and where it is on the map. But because I'm doing this in post, I just decided to go ahead and cut out that. Just cut myself leaving. Because there's really no need to it. Anyway. Here we have the grapple. We've already been here before, but you can't get here without the long shot. So that's something. So you need a small key and the long shot in order to actually make it past this point. Why I'm looking through my items, I don't really remember. I want to say... Okay, nothing. So we're going in here, and we can find... This room is covered in blue Tektites. This is very much interesting. So what we're gonna do here is I'm just gonna go ahead and put on the iron boots, go under the water, not having to deal with the current, and just say screw you to all the Tektites, because I have like no time for this. Like, I don't want to shoot and waste all of my arrows just trying to get rid of Tektites. It's just not worth it. So I'm just gonna go underneath the water and then resurface. This way I can avoid them. And that's pretty much how I'm going to get past these guys. And this one right here jumps directly on top of me, but because I was climbing up, I did not get hit at all. That is absolutely beautiful. But anyway, in here we have a new area to explore. This place has 2 bombable walls, and this also marks the return of the stingray enemies from Jabu Jabu's belly. Actually, no, there was another room earlier on that had those enemies as well. But this is where they actually start being, well, pretty threatening. So I'm just going to go ahead and kill them all. Except for that one right there. He's going to get hit like that. And then that one is... So, now we're just going to jump off. And then we're gonna take out our bombs. Drop them. Blow up that wall. Both of them are bombable, and they will take you the exact same path. However, there is a pressure-sensitive switch down there, and this brings us to yet another block-pushing puzzle. You kind of think that we probably have about enough of these things, but apparently the game says, nah, you haven't had enough of them yet. Here you go. Deal with them more. So, we're just gonna go to the other side. And then we're gonna end up pulling this one down. Or rather, back. And then, once I get far enough back, I won't be able to drag it back any further. So what I do from there is that I just go to the other side and then just push it down onto the switch. It's a pretty simple puzzle. And what this will ultimately do is that it will cause the water to rise, allowing us to access another path. However, you want to be pretty careful, because on my way back through here, I had to go through this exact same room while the water was up, and I ended up getting ambushed by stingrays. So yeah, if you have to backtrack, be pretty careful coming in through here, as it's not going to be pretty if you have to come back through this room in particular. Where am I switching back? Am I switching... I want to say I'm switching back the bow. I think that's what I want to say. I think I want to use the iron boots. Ah, because of the pots. Okay, there we go. Sometimes it's even hard. Sometimes it's hard for me to get into my own head sometimes. It's... because, like, when I'm recording or playing, like, a competitive game or something like that, I'm always so lost in thought, and I'm always thinking about, like, my best optimal play. To the point where even if I'm watching myself, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. Which, honestly, if you want to get into the competitive scene, that's actually like a really good thing to do, because doing that increases, because like having that kind of mentality will make it to where you have like you're pretty unpredictable. Which, here's the thing, I can't even predict myself. That's something. There are some people out there who probably like know me for like long enough to the point where they can probably predict my every move. But hell, I can't even predict myself. Like back when I was editing the Pokemon VGC tournament that we held about a couple months ago, I was watching myself trying to analyze my every play. I could not predict almost any of my plays. It was absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, we have made it to a new room, which I can best describe as a Crash Bandicoot stage, the Boulder Dash. Except we are walking towards the boulders this time, and there's a gold Skulltula in our path. This is also where I decided to make a cut. Quite a long one at that, because this is exactly where the other small key locked door is. But we take out the gold Skulltula. I'm gonna make it over here, and having to take out this damn clam. I think I'm gonna get hit by this thing at some point because I can't see through the wall. Yep, there we go. Lost a half heart there, and I'm gonna lose a whole heart there. There we go. Hitting these things can be pretty awkward at times. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and take off the iron boots once I figure out that I don't need the long shot for this. I'm trying to say hook shot, but we have an upgraded weapon now. But yep, this is where I'm going to make a cut. Because I realized that there's a locked door. Or actually, am I going to make a cut? I did not make a cut. That's interesting. But anyway, if you come down through there, yeah, you're in this general area now. I know I'm going to make a cut somewhere. Where, I don't know. There's a cut in this general area at some point. Which tells me, because this is when I remembered, okay, we need to go back to the room where we started this episode out on. Because this is when I remember the time block. And you have to go through that area in order to actually clear this place. So that's when it just hit me. I'm like, okay, I have to go back down there. This is like I had like no choice. Man, we get more spikes in this area. They do drop bombs. Just gonna get my Kokiri boots back on. Okay, this is when I enter the room. Okay, so here we are. We have the time block here. This is what I recommend you do if you are, once you get the long shot. Do this immediately. This way you can go back and nab that one small key from the puzzle, and then you can just do that entire area back to back. And just make life entirely easy. Anyway, here's me trying and messing up the Song of Time. Absolutely wonderful on me. Me forgetting these Ocarina tunes is probably the most embarrassing thing I've probably ever done. But I think this is also where I discovered something wrong. You can't remove a time block while you're standing on top of it. So that was pretty stupid. So yeah, just go ahead and play the Song of Time here, remove the block, and then you can just fall down. And that will take you to a new area, which we're gonna hop down to now. So here, you gotta watch out for some invisible vortexes here. You probably caught a glimpse of one just now. There are vortexes here, and if you get swallowed by them, you are taken back to the beginning of the room, which would be, well, here. There are also items in this typical area. Now, in order to prevent getting swallowed up by the vortexes, it would probably be wise for you, yeah. If you want to avoid the vortexes, don't use the, you want to swim away from them with the Kokiri boots and not use the iron boots. What you want to do is that you want to use the iron boots in this particular spot in particular. I say this would be going for 100% because there is a gold sculpture over there. And because you're underwater, the only thing you can use is the long shot. So, thankfully, by this point, you should definitely have the long shot. If you don't, there is, well, something wrong. I mean, you get it in a giant chest in the previous room. Yep, we're gonna go ahead and take off the Kokiri boots, and we're gonna swim around this wall. Avoid these vortexes over here. That one can be a little tricky to avoid. Now, in order to climb these ledges, just put on the iron boots. You have to use the iron boots. You can't just like swim into it. It just won't happen. But anyway, I actually found something to put into my third bottle. A fairy that went outside the wall, and when I swung the bottle over here, it went inside the wall and caught the fairy. How that works, I don't know. But this is me trying to talk sense into a Nintendo game once again, so don't do that. You're better off not even asking that. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put on the iron boots once more, walk in between those two vortexes, get up here, and then here I realize, okay, there's an eye, there's a chest over there. This is going to take us to the other small key that we had to go through earlier. And so what we can do here is that we open that, use the chest, or use the key. Use the key. As the key is what we get here. Use the long shot, connect it with the chest. And now I'm back here. Once I get that small key, you can just come right back here. Open this door. And right in front of you is the boss chest, which gives us the boss key itself. Now, in order to actually get back there, it's actually pretty simple. Because the boss door is actually in a pretty easy to find location. However, you're going to need the water level on 3 to do it. And also the last sets of pots in this place contain fairies. So if you really need something to heal yourself with, here you go. This place has got you covered. However, we are pretty much good to go here. We're just going to go ahead and use the... Come on. Where's iron boots? Iron boots. Come on, past me. I know you can use the iron boots. Come on. There you go. And down. Now we just avoid the clam. There we go. And there we go. Up we go. And we're just gonna come back through here. Come on through. We're gonna enter this door, which takes us back. into the room of the spikes, which also takes us back into the central place of the water temple. That is actually where... Actually, no, there's another door that takes us to a room that we haven't been to yet. And that'll lead us to the boss door. So, yeah, we're just back here now. The same area that we left off on just a couple of minutes ago. Well, a minute ago for you guys, more like an eternity for me. Because, yeah, I had to go back and backtrack the entire way. But now we have the boss key. Wait, do we already have the water level set to 3? Oh, we do. Well, that makes things even easier. Because now we can just come on over here. Not use the bow. Long shot. Go ahead and grapple over there. These two bots have fairies in them as well. So if you missed a fairy from earlier, you can get 2 of them here. Now this room right here. You have blade traps on an area where you are going to be halted your speed. Iron boots will not do you any good here. So wait for the first one to leave and then just gun it. That's pretty much all you need to do. Just avoid the blade traps and everything. And you are in. And now, we get this place. Navi here is going to inform us the water here is not normal. And then I cut back there to actually create a save point. And all you gotta do to trigger the boss is just jump on up here. Now, this next boss here is rather interesting because on my first playthrough, I got destroyed by this boss. Now, this playthrough in particular, let's just say this boss got cheesed. Why? Well, I'm pretty sure my past self is going to show you this later on. Or, right here in this boss fight. Right here we have giant aquatic amoeba, Morpha. Morpha here likes to do one thing. It likes to create these vortexes and grab you, and it uses these vortexes to create tentacles, which will end up grabbing you. If you get hit by them, it'll probably take a good 4 hearts. 3 to 4 hearts. Now, the entirety of the walls are covered in spikes. The only areas that aren't are the corners. You want to use the corners, and then you want to use the long shot on Morpha itself. However, the problem here, as you guys are probably seeing right now, is that Morpha is a little hard to hit with the long shot. So, just stay back in a corner like I'm doing right here. Preferably a little further back. Maybe a little better. As, yeah, I just got hit right there. So, stay back. Morpha will come to you. Provided I can even hit it. And once you get it out of the water, you're pretty much free to slash on it. So, what made this fight so laughably easy right here is the fact that I was standing in this exact corner. Morpha just went back and bounced right back into the water. Create another vortex, which I think I'm going to get hit by again. I do get hit by it. And because you get hit, the vortex just fades away. So then I can just drag Morpha right back over here. And that long shot got Morpha stuck here in the corner. And it was pretty much just free attacking from me. This is the only time I have ever seen that happen. I have never, ever, ever seen Morpha get caught in the corner. Now, if you can do that yourself, this fight is piss easy. If you can't do that, however, this fight's gonna drag. So, keep that in mind. But anyway, here we go. I tried to make this joke last time I recorded this, and I'm going to do it again. Hey, you big drip. Where are you going? If you played Sonic Adventure, you will understand. But anyway, that's it. That is all for the Water Temple. What is probably the worst dungeon in the game, and one of the worst dungeons in Zelda history, probably. And we got the heart a heart container here, bringing us up to 16 hearts. We are almost done on heart containers. And with that, we're good to go. time to meet the sage here. And after events in the fire and the forest temples, I'm pretty sure we probably know exactly who the sage here is. However, I guess we'll just let the game take it away, because why not? Okay, yeah, it's Rudo. I kind of expected nothing less. And like earlier, I'm not going to be reading the text here because, well, although I could, but sometimes my past self will just skip ahead in text. But yeah, basically what Rudo is saying here is that Zora's Dominion's people will eventually return back to normal. Not now, like the forest and Death Mountain, whose dangers were just faded immediately. Oh no, not this place. Heaven forbid. So basically, the Zoras may as well just be like extinct for a little while, with the exception of Rudo and the King, because those guys are gonna be under ice for a long, long time. Luckily for them, they have gills, so at least they can breathe underwater. But I'm pretty sure that's not gonna help them from starving to death. So that's kind of bad. So yeah, the Zoras are, well, gone. It's kind of sad. Although you do get descendants in Wind Waker. But anyway, here we have the Water Medallion, and Rudo awakens as a sage and has her power to yours. And we're out of here. If you see Sheik, please give him my thanks. Yep. And with that, there is one immediate effect of clearing the water temple that we are going to be seeing here. The water at Lake Hylia is rising once again, so now it's going to be like what we saw as a child. And Sheik is here to monitor the entire process. And Rudo wants to thank Sheik. And the thing is that Sheik actually knew that. So there we go. That's it for the water temple. Pretty much done here. Alright, so Sheik is now taking his leave. A nice dive in the water. And now that we are done here, before I end things off here, you want to do this immediately. Come on over here to this ledge and launch an arrow directly at the sun. You can only do this at Lake Hylia with a sunrise. Your reward for doing this is right there. So let's go ahead and nab it. And here, let's go ahead and get our reward. We got the fire arrows. Yes, we can now light up fire using just, we can now light up torches and stuff like that using just regular, well, fire arrows now. Anyway, that is it for this time around. Next time on The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, we're going to continue on further on. See you guys then.